This one sounds good to me. All right, you don't have to go to work. In fact, you can just sit at home and still rake in thousands of dollars a week.
Yeah, Rosanna, it sounded so good, the problem solvers gave it a try. John Deutzman is here with the story.
Len, think about it. No boss, no commute. You hang out at home in your pajamas and make big bucks. Ready, set, go.
How many envelopes can problem solver assistant Angela stuff in the time it takes to do this story? Pay attention, because the answer to that question could mean big bucks. But first, what do all these envelopes have to do with this guy?
Wait a second. The advertising says you make $7 in envelopes.
More than that.
More than that? Sir? Wait a second. Whoa.
Oh, the problem solvers can't let him get away.
We didn't get to finish this conversation yesterday because you took off.
Because he supposedly has the secret to making humongous amounts of dough.
People make millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars? Wow. Fasten your seatbelts as the problem solvers travel to Detroit, Cleveland, and Akron, Ohio to find the man who promises you financial freedom.
I'm on Fox 5 News from New York City, Mr. Josick.
By the time we're done with him, this money guru will kind of have his own religious experience, problem solver style.
Sir? Wait a second. Whoa.
And you're looking at the reason we went to all this trouble. Just like this young couple from Rockland County, you could probably use some fast cash, and I mean really fast. That's why when this came in the mail, a letter that said she could make $2,000 to $3,500 a week, Karen Reck was psyched.
So I called my husband at work and said, let's do it.
Heck, let's all do it. Make thousands of dollars a week just stuffing envelopes with ads. Here's the clincher. It says you can make $7 per letter that you stuff in an envelope. Wow, in the time you've been sitting there watching this story, our Angela's raking in the bucks.
That's $49, Angela.
$49 so far.
Think about it. You could stay at home and stuff away all day. You don't have to move. And the company says they can afford to pay you $7 an envelope because they don't have to pay employees and benefits and all that overhead. So you got to keep oodles and oodles of money all to yourself. Money!
And to start on the road to riches, all this couple had to do is send $155 to a company in Cleveland. They got envelopes and flyers, and they stuffed and stuffed and stuffed, and then they got stiffed.
It's a shame that these people are getting away with this, taking money from innocent people.
It's immoral. It's not right. People are fooled.
By now you're getting the idea that this is all, well, it's all a bunch of baloney. But we felt sorry for this nice couple because the company never returned their phone calls, and investigators tell us they fell for one of the oldest scams in the book, the envelope stuffing scam.
You've already seen how it starts with a tempting ad like this. Once you pay for the materials, you think you have a legit work-at-home job for a legit mass mailing company. But after you send your hard work back to them, you get nada, and they keep your money. The only people getting rich here are the guys running the scam.
Now, no one's crazy enough to travel from New York here to Cleveland to get $150 back.
That's why this couple called the problem solver. And believe me, we love walking the extra mile, because this isn't about $155 anymore. It's about tracking down some clown who's taking money from families like this one all over our area. Here in Cleveland, we trace the envelope company to these addresses. No offices, just mailboxes, and the boss ain't in there. In Akron, Ohio, we found the stuffing guru's house. Not bad, huh? Geez, you had to stuff a few envelopes to pay for this place, huh? Anyway, he wasn't there by day or at night either.
Yeah, sports fans, that's the Pontiac Silverdome outside Detroit. What the heck are we doing here? Well, our information was that this guy hangs out in this area from time to time.
In fact, a few miles away, he has this condo in one of the most ritzy areas in the Midwest, but not there either.
And the point is, sometimes you have to chase these guys all over the country before you catch them. And in a lot of cases, the cops, they just throw in the towel.
Back to Akron. 4 days and thousands of miles into this hunt, our big break. We snagged him outside Detroit. Remember, this is the guy who screwed this poor family over, and who knows how many others. And it's time for us to stuff a mic in the envelope stuffer's face. His name is Daniel Josick.
I'm on Fox 5 News from New York City, Mr. Josick. How many people don't seem to make any money in your envelope stuffing thing?
They are making money.
They're making money?
Yes.
Well, we're told this is one of the oldest scams in the book.
That's not true.
The advertising says you make $7 in envelopes.
More than that.
More than that? Sir, wait a second. Whoa, we weren't going to let the stuffer stiff us, so the next day we grabbed him. Get this, he was on his way to church. We didn't get to finish this conversation yesterday because you took off. But listen to this guy. He seems so nice. You know how it's hard for me to believe that you can make $7 per envelope stuffing envelopes with ads?
It might be hard to believe, but you can make money.
You sure about that?
People make millions of dollars in different kind of businesses.
Yeah, tell that to this poor family in Rockland you screwed out of their hard-earned dough. And tell that to investigators who say you're a con man with hundreds of other victims, too.
Some people complain, some people don't complain. But bottom line is, if they want their money back, I'll give them money back.
And get this, right after we left, he stuffed an envelope with a refund for our family in Rockland County.
It's nice, we feel like we won.
But it gets better. Right after we were done with this guy, he walked with his family into church. And something religious happened, because he called the problem solvers with some heavenly news. Since that conversation, you are quitting this business, correct?
That's correct.
And why are you quitting the business?
So I don't need to be in a business that some people need to question if it's right business or not.
As for our Angela, if this scam was for real,
That's $161.
during the 6 minutes it took to watch this story, she would have made $161.
Now, all you needed to do in the very beginning to figure this one out is do a little experiment like we did. Figure out how long it takes to stuff the envelopes, then do the math. It works out to more than $1,000 an hour, more than $3 million a year, way too good to be true, and never, ever pay for a job up front. Back to you guys.
John, you know, I wasn't sure about the effect you've had on people, but now I know.
The halo.
Exactly.
I have
Yours
a letter
is
for you.
crooked.
A letter for you, by the way.
Yeah, I noticed.
She needs $1,000 an hour to keep up with that shopping habit.
Oh, boy. Stop this, John. If you've got a problem, give us a call. It's toll-free, 1-877-TEL-FOX5, or log on to fox5ny.com. Well, a scam artist is going to prison after a Fox 5 investigation that started 4 years ago put the heat on him.
And the feds say that he may have ripped off more than 20,000 people and stolen more than $2 million in what seemed, at first, like a legit work-at-home business.
Fox 5's John Deutzman has that story.
The advertising says you make $7 in envelopes.
More than that.
More than that? Sir, wait a second. Whoa, this guy sure gave us a run for our money. That's because he was running one of the biggest nationwide scams we know of, promising people you can make up to $3,500 a week stuffing envelopes for his company. When she got the offer, Karen Reck of Rockland County was psyched.
So I called my husband at work and said, let's do it.
It sounded great. The company wants to save on salaries and overhead, so they pay you thousands of dollars a week stuffing envelopes at home with ads. Supposedly, you make $7 per envelope that you stuff. Oh, there was a minor $155 charge up front for materials, but after lots of stuffing, this couple got stiffed.
It's a shame that these people are getting away with this, taking money from innocent people.
It's immoral. It's not right. People are fooled.
Investigators tell us that more than 20,000 people were fooled by Daniel Josic, the envelope stuffing guru. When we first got into it 4 years ago, we knew there was much more to this scam than ripping off a Rockland County family for $155. So we chased this guy down, went to Cleveland, Detroit, and Akron, Ohio, discovering that all of his business addresses were post boxes. Then we finally ran into him outside a post office in Detroit. I'm on Fox 5 News from New York City, Mr. Josic. How many people don't seem to make any money in your envelope stuffing thing?
They are making money.
They're making money?
Yes.
Well, we're told this is one of the oldest scams in the book.
That's not true.
The advertising says you make $7 in envelopes.
More than that.
More than that? Sir, wait a second. Whoa, we didn't come all this way to get blown off, so the next day we caught up with the envelope stuffing crook on his way to church. We didn't get to finish this conversation yesterday because you took off. So this is totally legitimate.
Yes, it is.
And you're not under investigation by anybody.
No, I'm not.
And everybody, you can make more than $7 per envelope.
Yes, you can.
If you could stuff 3 envelopes in an hour, that's $21 an hour. That's good money.
It is.
So why don't you just sit in your house stuffing envelopes all the time?
I'm also in construction. I love construction.
You like it better than stuffing envelopes?
Yes, I'm creative.
Well, it looks like Mr. Joseph could use those creative construction skills in the federal penitentiary, where he'll be pounding rocks for the next 4 years. Among the charges, mail fraud. He also has to pay a $250,000 fine and forfeit $500,000 to the federal government. The feds say that he never gave back that upfront fee to almost all of his victims. He did pay back the victims in our story after we chased him around the country. I'm John Deutzman, Fox 5 News.